Week to week. Them Falcon, baby. Hey. Going up.
Hi, Tom. Talk to me.
Week to week, we back, baby.
We got some interesting moves in the middle of the season.
Real lot of trades.
A lot of folks trying to get up out of there.
Somebody did get up out of there.
Can't take the heat. Gotta out there and get out the kitchen.
Yeah, he got out the kitchen, all right. Got up out of there. Got the kitchen and the house.
I think that's the new move, though.
What?
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know what I'm saying, create chaos. Let them know that you unhappy. You know what I'm saying? And like knowing they want to cut ties with you.
Make it a little sooner than you sitting around doing something, huh? Get you out of there. So Roby Anderson to the Cardinals. Hollywood Brown just break his foot. Think it's a good move?
I think it was perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? They got another person that can stretch the field. They are an active team when it comes to passing. I think Kyler Murray is a legit quarterback. You know what I'm saying? To be in that wide receiver core, and this shit look good for him.
D-Hop come back this week. You got D-Hop, you got Roby. James Conner still a little banged up. You like with Arizona? You think they're gonna be all right? You like what they trying to get? Once they get fully healthy, you think they're gonna be all right?
I think so. That division has been a little unpredictable. It's not what we thought as the season going into the season. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of them things I keep going back to sometimes. That's why we play the game. So, you know what I'm saying? The Seahawks playing good. Geno, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Geno slanging, he dying them up.
They sticking to what they do. For y'all fantasy football people, I know Kenny Walker ain't on the I know he ain't on the street. I know he ain't on the waiver wire.
You better be playing them, because I'm playing them. That boy RB1 for me locked in the rest of the season. Another big trade, but Falcons, we traded Debo. We traded Deion Jones to Cleveland.
They did, man. I know my boy's still trying to get healthy, you know what I'm saying? How I feel about that, I don't know. Debo a dog, you know what I'm saying? You know, I definitely have a little relationship with him coming to the shop. But at the end of the day, sure, another opportunity to be able to do your thing. Cleveland got them a dog.
They got them a dog. And I know they middle linebacker Avery Walker, I believe he got hurt maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, but you know what I'm saying? So they had to go make a move, fill in that defense. But you know, Cleveland, they just trying to be 500 to Debo. Sean Watson come back, you know what I'm saying? That's what they just trying to do.
Now, I know in these situations, we don't be knowing what's going on. We don't know what behind the scenes. We just put it in the way that we think it look like, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you was growing up, what you was taught, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you in the game, you playing and it ain't going the way you want it. You ain't getting as many touches and stuff. Like,
I was taught you got to suck it up and just deal with it. You better go harder in practice and get the ball in your hand. That's how I was.
You know, it's almost like when you get your opportunity to capitalize on it.
Capitalize on it, make the most of every opportunity you get.
And it's a difference, though. It's a different, you know what I'm saying, to see that. And I think that's the part that you kind of see guys kind of get the control in their hands. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of organizations ain't going to like that. Like, when you got that kind of control or whatever, like, look, man, I'm here to do one thing and that feed me. And then at the end of the day, it's a team sport. So in them situations, do you look at that like it's selfish, or do you look at it like, you know what I'm saying, oh, he just really just trying to, I'm just put it like this, do you look at it like he's selfish or he unselfish?
I look at it as unselfish because everybody want the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if you out there in the league and you got the mentality of playing this game, I feel like on the opposite side of the ball, you want the ball in your hand. Simple. You should want the ball in your hand. What's the point of being out there if you don't want the ball in your hand?
Now,
so I don't call it selfish. I wouldn't say it's selfish. I just feel like.
Now, do it matter if y'all winning, or it don't matter if you win or losing?
Nah, it matters if you win or losing. Because if you losing and you still trying to force feed somebody trying to do something else.
Okay. But if you winning, but I'm like, I want to get more touchy, it's almost like, do you look at that like I'm being a problem, or I just want to contribute?
Just want to contribute. It becomes a problem when I feel like the character of a person begins to show a true, like, you know what I'm saying, the true character, like they start speaking outside the scene, start tweeting about it, start in the locker room speaking up. You could tell they started being silly. You know what I'm saying? Like after the game, Melvin Gordon, like you could tell he was a little upset about not playing, and they asked him, did anybody tell him he wasn't gonna be in the game plan? He was like, nah, nobody told me nothing. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like he can blow that up to be a problem, even though he want the ball. You could tell it's a difference in the way it looks. Because Melvin Gordon don't look like he could be a problem at all, so you can tell he's irritated.
Yeah.
But for order him to get out that situation, do he need to blow it up? I don't think so. Because I don't think Melvin Gordon never really been that kind of guy. See, Roby Anderson been known to speak his mind. Roby Anderson been known to sort of have a fit, do that. Not saying to the point where he just walking off the field, you know what I'm saying, because he got to go in the locker room, but
And I feel like Melvin Gordon's situation a little different.
How's it different from Melvin Gordon?
Melvin Gordon, he done hit the market before. He done shopped around. Like, in them situations, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you want to eat. I know you want to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? It's something, but, like, you really don't want to burn no bridges? You just got to wait till you get your opportunity again. Like, just think about it, bro. You in there. When things don't go your way, like you saying, like, you technically, like, don't supposed to pout. Now, I don't know the backstory. You know what I'm saying? But you technically don't supposed to be on that pout stuff. You really just supposed to put on that work because, like, somebody can be, I was taught, like, somebody can be hating all they want, right? But if you balling, if you doing what you supposed to do, they can't argue with production. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it ain't about playing perfect sometimes. So at the end of the day, he just got to make them a believer again. Like, it's just chaotic around there.
But I can sort of understand why he feel the way he feel, though. How they just go get Latavius Murray straight off another team. He come in and it's like he just a man off muscle.
Shit, they trying to figure it out. In order to figure it out, you
gotta play people.
And we don't know what being said. We don't know what's, somebody got something to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of, the Broncos have been showing a lot of emotions on that side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just been a lot going on. And we don't even know, like, I mean, you can always rewind the tape and we can see stuff like players been missed or this throw been missed, but we don't know the behind the scene. We don't know what being said. We don't know the accountability. We don't know who missing blocks that, like, could buy more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, in these times, the game is up on the microscope. You know what I'm saying? They on everybody's head. They on your head about stuff that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, why you put your milk in the bowl before the cereal? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's under the microscope like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, oh no, it make more sense to put the cereal first than the milk. But you out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you wasting stuff. You know what I'm saying? You ain't maximizing the bowl. So it get weird. It get weird when you lose.
So speaking of Robbie Anderson leaving, you check out what Jonathan Stewart said?
I did. And it's one of them things that, once again, when I asked you what you was taught, it's kind of like one of them program answers. But we don't know the whole story. We don't know what been said. We don't know, like, what you call it. So I see both ends, right? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when it get that bad, though, you know, like, you gonna get out. The good thing about it is, like, I mean, it's good, like, if you doing that stuff and you got value, you know what I'm saying? You could go somewhere, because everybody can't do that.
Everybody can't do that. How do you feel about former players speaking up about what's going on in today's game? Basically speaking on the way how Jonathan Stewart spoke on Robbie Anderson. As we seen the old head speak on Lamar a couple, you know what I'm saying, the beginning of the season, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? We live in a world that everything is based on opinion. And in those situations, unless somebody come out and volunteer more information. We did it with the Draymond and Jordan Poole situation. And let somebody come out and volunteer more information to give us more of the backstory. At the end of the day, people just going off the perception of what they see.
You know what I'm saying? And the perception of it, like, that what looks bad, right? The whole thing with Antonio Brown, it was about perception. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that the coach was trying to pull something on them, they lying, they finessing or whatever. It was just the after effect of what it looked like. He ran out the field, took his stuff off like bucket. You know what I'm saying? The Robbie Anderson situation, we don't know the whole story. You can tell someone say it, you know what I'm saying, but we don't know, like, what forces you to walk up in another man's face. Again, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what started. So words, jogging jacket, and then you end up being like, boom. So a lot of times we're taught as kids dealing with coaches are superior. We're taught respect adults. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, it's just why. But then when you become a pro, you sometimes unprogram yourself to kind of think like that, because it's not like just because you said so, parenting. Nash, like, no, explain yourself. You know what I'm saying? Break this down, like, why we doing that? And it should usually be an open dialogue. We should be able to have this conversation about the game. Because we both, you trying to put me in position to win, we'll put our team in position to win, and I want to make sure I'm being put in the best situation to win. So then at that moment, okay, the game gonna escalate. Now the game's supposed to escalate because now, you know what I'm saying, I want to know the strength and the weaknesses of etc. Let me know why you moving me. If I'm a decoy, let me know I'm a decoy. Why I'm a decoy? Because they got to respect you running down the field. You got to have them conversations. It's not when you little league, when you people league, when you in middle school, when you in high school, I'm the coach. You just do what you coach. Like, oh, we at the lane now to where me playing the game has got me to this point. You coaching got you to the point. We got to find a way to bring this together. Because at this moment, now you can't talk to me like a child. Now you can't handle me like a child. Now we got to be able to have a conversation like a grown-ass man. We still need each other.
You think money play a factor in that?
It does. Because some players know that they'll be there longer than the coach based on the investment of the team. That plays a factor.
Big factor.
You know what I'm saying? Like some players actually can get you fired.
Just depending on who you are. If you the money man,
you tugging on the wrong goddamn. You tugging me the wrong way. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. What you think it, that ain't it. I understand you challenging me or whatever. But sometimes that breaking down to build you up, you'll lose a player confidence. You know what I'm saying? You know he the dog. He messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go about that thing the right way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you gotta stroke somebody's ego. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a coach gotta be able to maximize his player.
Yeah.
And if a player is confident in himself and trusts his game, then they gotta come a mutual respect between each other for us to be able to trust each other. Your livelihood on it, my livelihood on it. And at the end of the day, when everybody's livelihood on it, people cover their own ass.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
You know what I'm saying? When things ain't going right. So when you telling me one thing behind closed doors, but when it mic'd up and then the camera on and everybody in there, you acting like another. So stuff like that, lose trust. So it's gaining trust, lose trust. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, some people will play for. Some people you'll run through a wall for, no question. And then some folks, they're like, nope. I can't rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I ain't still got to go out there and compete. Like, that's my film. I film my resume. But some folk, like, you know what I'm saying? You just got to get to the bottom of it. So, you know what I'm saying? All coaches ain't coaches. I don't know what that means, but they going to have to read between the lines. So, you know, with older players, like speaking on players, it's a gift and a curse. But then again, sure, it ain't no different than a fan just, you know what I'm saying, giving this point of view. You just got a little more insight.
I think for a player, he's a little different than a fan, especially if you play in the organization. Because as a player, you know sometimes everything ain't known. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how Roby Anderson responded, basically saying, like, I can't throw myself the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, players got to understand. Yeah, but players should be able to understand that kind of stuff. Like, shoot, like if Jonathan Stewart's running back, like, he can't get no holes, no O-line ain't breaking up the hole for him. So if he ain't getting nothing, he can look at his O-line and be like, y'all ain't opening up for me, you know what I'm saying? So you should be understanding that.
See, this the thing where former players come in and speak, when it's something that relatable. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, players that play with Harbaugh and Harbaugh with that, they know Harbaugh personality. So deep down, they feel like they can dive into his head what he thinking in these situations with getting on the freedom to speak on the situation, right? If Jonathan Stewart had probably, and that's the homie, if he probably had some kind of relationship or played with Roby Anderson, then he'll probably have a glimpse of his personality. You know what I'm saying? You be like, he capable of doing that, like whoop. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I know Jonathan Stewart. Mm-hmm. How that would have went down, even if he did feel that kind of way, I don't think he would have did it like that. Yeah. So once again, it comes down to perception of how you doing things. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that we would have had some words or I would have got traded. For some people, it's gonna be like, it looked like you quit on the team.
Yeah.
For other people, it's gonna be like, shoot, it went right. You know what I'm saying? You were trying to get some strength. Like, look, nah, don't be coming at me like that. I ain't gonna let you do me like that on camera. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Cause that stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, if we gonna control the narrative, we either gonna do that behind closed doors and have our words. Mm-hmm. But if you get disrespectful out here in these lanes, and then it's like, okay, then I gotta step up and handle that. That just that ain't got probably nothing to do with the game. That just probably just them as a man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cause at times, I bit my tongue when at times I supposed to spoke up. And in them times, it's not that I didn't know. It ain't that I didn't know what was going on. I'm gonna let that slide. You know what I'm saying? Like even, cause some people do get blackballed in a situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of one of them things like, I'm gonna let that slide. But even to this day, don't think I don't know what will pop. Like, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I cussed the coach out when I was young, man. AAU basketball, man, vibe. And you know, we got that freedom. The parents wasn't there. You know, I wasn't raised like that. But I just felt like during the game, he just kept trying me. He just kept trying me. So, you know. And then at the end of the day, that window opened up like that. Because they were the first trip, we were rolling on the vans. It was just us. You know, they were treating us like we was older. We were cussing, West Coast, you know what I'm saying? We was just, we was just, you know. It kind of one of those situations, somebody treat you like, we growing up. But then the difference is sometimes when you give people that freedom, sometimes you don't know the cutoff. Until you go like, okay, all right, I realized that was too far, so I know not to go over there. So the coach was like, man, I missed the layup. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, man, you would have made that layup, we would have broke their back. Game went on. He still talking about that.
Still talking about the layup.
Coaches say short-term memory, gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? He still talking about. Man, I was on the end of the net, man. I looked down there. I ain't even said lie. He read my lips. I was like, man. He was like, oh.
Choke, yeah, oh.
Like, you know, and I felt bad because, for one, I knew I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? So I knew if my mom and them found out about that, they would have been disappointed. Like, so that stuck with me even as a grown man, like, in that set. But deep down, it's still ways of handling it without what's called. All right, coach, I feel you, but it's time to move on now. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to get by that if you still hanging on that? You know what I'm saying? So when a coach would try me in the league, I was talking about it on the side, with like the team champion stuff, but I never like approach him. So to this day, he don't know like what I felt. But DBs in the room and stuff like that, they felt the vibe. They felt the energy like, oh man, you know, somebody might say like, oh, he's spazzing or whatever, but I try not to let that go to my head either. And then a vet told me, he said, look, he said, anybody in there can say whatever they want to say. At that moment, you're a rookie. You got 3 picks in 4 games. So when a person over there on the other end of the table hating on you, other folk looking at them like crazy because you got the production. You know what I'm saying? You got the you got the numbers. If you can ball and you ain't got the numbers, the league is based off what have you done for me. So if you ain't got no production, somebody can go to bat for you all they want. It ain't gonna hold up.
Ain't gonna hold up.
It ain't gonna hold up.
But if you got a production, you really can go back for yourself.
You got production, boy. Look, you ain't gotta talk.
Mm-hmm.
Why I ain't gotta tell you I'm that guy. Cause shoot, my numbers speaking for me. And at the end of the day, what they say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The numbers don't, but the number hold.
So let me ask you a question. With you saying how you used to go to the team chaplain, is that like something that they promote players to do if they have problems?
Man, once again, that come down to trust.
I got you.
If I can't trust you, I ain't opening up.
Especially in that
if
kind
I
of
feel
business.
like you gonna leak what I gave you, if that's your job to go back and tell everything and I get that vibe, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think causes a owner to sell his franchise?
Sure, when he out there doing something, he ain't got no business.
You see Washington going on right now?
Facts. And then the coach owner out there, like, you know, they say he trying to do an investigation on everybody else too. So at the end of the day, basically what he trying to do is he trying to dig up dirt on the other owners so he can't get voted out.
Yep. That's what I see too.
Which that like some TV stuff. That like some TV. They like the Herschel Walker and stuff that going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like man, all I hear Herschel Walker.
Man, left and right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, because you got to get voted out.
Mm-hmm. You have to be voted out.
You know what I'm saying? And there's lawyers involved. When they put information out and they speak in what you call it, that's why you see them putting everything like, oh, how can they say that? And the investigation not done. Everybody cover they tail. Mm-hmm. Everybody cover they tail. Whoever probably been on some flugazing, he know.
He know exactly who it is.
But he probably in alliance with them too. So he got to get something on the other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else like, why he still there? And you know what I'm saying? And then some folks.
If you know you can't just vote him out, you know it's a thin line. Because get voted out, they know they got to make sure that.
A lot of stuff is going on too though. A lot of stuff. You're going to make money. You're going to be forced to sell. You're going to make money.
So when the owner said the team, you think the whole coaching staff getting swapped out?
9 times out of 10, sometimes, yeah. Because you want to bring in your own people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A coach explained this to like me, right? A coach explained this to me one time. He said, you got 4 gorillas in a cage, and you got a banana hanging down at the top of the cage, right? And he said, like basically, when those 4 gorillas reach for the banana, they get sprayed with a water hose. So what happened is they stop reaching for the banana, because they don't want to get sprayed with a water hose. But then when you swap out one and add another one in there, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, he going for the banana. You know what I'm saying? When you swap another one out 2 for 2, shoot, both of them going for the banana. The other 2, they was still worried about the water hole. You know what I'm saying? Then when you swap out all of them, you got all new gorillas in there, shoot, ain't nobody worrying about the water hole no more, because now it's a different mentality. So to change the culture, to get a different mentality, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to clean house and get whole new people in there who now setting the standard and building the culture. Cause if not, you can change coach but keep the players. And what y'all used to do at Falcon fan? Here we go again, same old shit. But then when you finally you got the same coach, but you get some of the old players up out of there. Man, I like what's going on. We fighting because now you got something different. You like it ain't the same old.
Yeah, it's starting to look different.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you winning and you lose a close game, you like, look, here we go again. But then the next week you like, damn, we able to close. You like, okay, it's a different vibe. We fight. I hate it, but we ain't folding. You know what I'm saying? Like
Tua's supposed to play. Tua's supposed to play this week after 2 major concussions. So we ain't gonna say one probably more major than the other one. You think it's time for him to be playing, or you think he need to rest some more? They know better than we know. We from the outside looking in.
it's all on him.
It's really on him.
It's on him. Do he got the confidence to go out there and get the job done?
Well, my inside sources just said, you know what I'm saying, Tua said he don't even remember the hit. I don't like that.
I mean, that was a concussion.
Yeah, but I don't like that.
You asking him to rethink a moment that he don't remember. That don't mean he didn't heal from it. Think about it. I don't remember the hit. I had a concussion. Now ask me some more shit. Ask me some more shit and see if I remember.
Ask
me some more shit.
You remember a hit.
Not necessarily. It depends on. It's a concussion. It's a concussion. It depends on how that shit take off. You remember Any Given Sunday when a dude ran up on Willie B? He like, ain't nobody gonna hit your scary ass. Like, you know, is he gonna be like that?
Is he gonna be like that? Yeah.
Yeah. When the fire get going, is he gonna be out there balling up shit like, ooh, shit, man, ain't nobody gonna hit your ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing though. Like, you just gotta see what he play like. And then, what do they do to help him? Do they max protect? Do they leave an extra person in there to give him protection? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, cause I mean, at the end of the day, shit, I'm blitzing him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to create chaos. I'm around his feet. I'm around his head. I'm in his presence. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about it?
I don't think he's supposed to be playing.
Okay.
I feel like he need more time off. I feel like they really need to make sure everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? They really just saying he could carry coach protocol. I feel like they need to put more out for everybody to know what's wrong with him.
I put it to you this way. If I had 2 quarterbacks on my fantasy football team, and they telling me Tua back this week, and I don't even know who they playing, but when they got Tua, they operate at their best. Tariq Hill and Watt. Get what? I'm starting.
You starting him?
Yes, sir. Yes, Lord. Get in there. Yeah.
You think Tua feel like he got to play? You think it's pressure on having to play more than just making sure he all the way healthy? You think he really feel like he need to play?
It's no secret that the offense operate at its best through Tua right now. The coach know that.
We done seen it.
Possibly the players know that. You know what I'm saying? When Tua out there, we rock and rolling, baby. You know what I'm saying? We at our best, right? It ain't no secret. Fans know it. You know it. I know it. He know. They know. She know. I am. Ziggly wiggly. Bitch, she toilet.
How about them Chiefs? You like them? They just lost to Buffalo, though. Buffalo finally got over that hump. Buffalo got over that hump.
And Chargers just got to win. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a photo finish, man. The Chiefs, y'all look good. But, you know, everybody. The Raiders. Finna take off. Get back in that thing. Gonna be a photo finish. Who gonna win that division? I ain't just getting it to the Chiefs. They might make the playoff though, for sure. But I ain't just getting it to them. I can't do it.
Saints in 3rd division still got no win the NFC South.
They at what point?
3rd. They might be right there with Carolina. I know us in the Falcons tied for 1st, but I mean us in Tampa Bay tied for 1st. You know.
They can turn around. It's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games.
At the end of the day, tell you, man, my mind was blown because it ain't about the division game. It's just about the record. And at the end of the day, this league is about getting hot at the right time. And some people got hot early. You know what I'm saying?
You think most teams that got hot early gonna maintain?
That's what we got to see. That's what we got to see. So in them situations, you tell me, Giants, Jets, Buffalo, Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? Do they hit a rough patch? Or you think some of these teams can just ride it all the way to the Super Bowl?
I think it's hard to ride it out, but I think some teams proving that they just can do it though.
Yeah.
Like the Chiefs are a proven team. The Giants, I don't know. We gotta just watch them week to week.
But you know, just like a proven team, like ain't nobody scared of them.
You can't be scared of nobody get your butt whooped.
Yeah, true. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a different when you got stuff out there that we fear. You know what I'm saying? Like you man, I don't want to be on that dude highlight tape. That's the difference. Then like It just come down to scheme. Them boys playing some good ball.
Man, do it make a difference if a team can beat you 30-something, 7-14 or 21?
No, I know. You know what I'm saying? A loss is a loss. But don't nobody want to get blown out, though.
Nah, I feel good.
Don't nobody want to get blown out.